You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Supreme Court dealt the biggest blow to Trump's control over rogue Republicans. Analysis based on an article by Sarah K. Burris. The court didn't clean up campaign finance. It gave party machines a bigger gun. What changed? The Supreme Court's ruling in NRSC v. Fact is being treated like a technical campaign finance tweak. It is not. According to the reporting, it gives national party committees far more room to coordinate directly with candidates, run shared TV ads at cheaper candidate rates, and deploy much larger piles of money with fewer practical limits. That is not a minor adjustment. It is a transfer of leverage. Who actually holds power? The beneficiaries are not voters and not the growing number of independents, the piece notes in passing. The real power sits with the DNC, RNC, NRSC, DSCC, NRCC, and DCCC, plus the wealthy donor networks that can feed them. The court has effectively strengthened the machinery that decides which candidates get oxygen, which strategies get funded, and which campaigns get squeezed. This is what institutional power looks like when it is dressed up as procedure. National party committees become the gatekeepers of modern elections. The discipline behind the dollars. The article gets at the core fact without fully naming it. Money is now an even more explicit enforcement tool. If party committees can coordinate more freely and bring bigger checks to bear, then the threat of withholding support becomes sharper, not softer. That matters for the candidates who like to pretend they are independent operators while still feeding on the party brand. It means figures such as Joe Manchin-style Democrats are pulled harder into line. It also means Republican dissidents remain vulnerable to pressure from Trump-aligned party power. This ruling does not create principle. It hardens obedience. The framing is too small. A lot of commentary will call this another chapter in the endless story of money in politics. That is too generic to be useful. The more important fact is that the court has helped formalize political centralization inside the party structure itself. That is a democratic failure, even when it helps Democrats win. Party capacity is not the same thing as public accountability. A stronger party can be a vehicle for democratic defense, but it can also become a more efficient machine for discipline, donut leverage, and message control. The ruling strengthens the machine first and the electorate second. What the source makes clear, the reporting points to the 2026 battleground and the uneven cash position in Georgia as a concrete example. Jon Ossoff's war chest dwarfs the eventual GOP nominees. Under the old limits, the NRSC would have to spend far more inefficiently to help a weaker candidate. Now the party can subsidize that candidate more aggressively and flood the airwaves. That is the real story. The court has not made elections cleaner or more democratic. It has made party control cheaper. The larger pattern, this is the latest proof that the American political system keeps rewarding concentration while pretending to defend competition. The court narrows democratic participation in the name of legal neutrality. Party leadership gains more power over candidates. Donors get more efficient access. And the public gets a louder, more expensive, more centralized contest that still leaves them outside the room. Democrats are right to push disclosure and to want more transparency around dark money. But transparency is not a cure for a system that keeps handing power upward. The deeper truth is uglier. The institutions that claim to regulate democracy keep reorganizing it so that fewer actors can dominate more of it. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to AlterNet for today's article with the automated voice of LJ. Thanks for listening.